Had to run over and check the Traeger and make sure that it was still up to temperature, so I got that done. Now it's back to the task at hand. So here's the task at hand. Here's what we got going. This one here, I was plumb sack deep with that 24-inch bar on that one. This one here, it was sack deep, and that was with the 24-inch bar. So these other ones are all just 20-inch bar stuff. So got a little bit of finishing up to do over here. So ended up getting the STIHL cant hook, and I tell you what, it sure made moving these logs a hell of a lot easier. So this is the Echo CS 590. This is the second tank of fuel on this. The chainsaw itself, unboxing, and it's a good chainsaw. You know, that's why everybody says it's a good chainsaw. It's a good chainsaw. My only complaints is the chain that they give you OEM from the factory, from the Home Depot when you buy it. That chain is just straight junk. Yeah, you know, you buy a brand new chainsaw, you want to get, I should have been able to knock all this out in one day in just a little bit of time that I had invested, but it just, the chain dulled, and I think it was a safety chain. It would not would not cut with that chain. So yeah, that's the only downside. And then the price, you know, I guess you just got to watch where you get it. Put it in the cart, it was $4.99. 2 weeks later, I go ahead and buy it, it jumped to $6.40. And so, but when I looked at it, the 20-inch bar was $4.79. The 24-inch bar was $20 more, so I wanted the 24-inch bar. And yeah, in 2 weeks, the price of the 24-inch bar one jumped by 140 bucks. So, just like anything, you gotta watch when sales are on and stuff like that. But yeah, especially for 479 bucks, that's a hell of a saw. Unfortunately, I had to get it at the 640, which with tax and everything bumps it up to 700. But it is what it is. But with this one, the factory chain was cutting like shit, so I went ahead and put a 20-inch bar with two chains, just an Amazon one, and it's cutting amazing today. But like always, you got your big saw for the big wood, and then you bring out your small saw. But with this one cutting so poorly with the factory chain, I went ahead, and this is a 1990 STIHL 018C. You know, it's had a long life, but I salvaged it from a scrap iron pile, and for 20 bucks had it running. You know, it's sad when you see a good saw end up in the scrap iron, and all it was it needed a new carburetor and fuel lines. And I've had this for probably 3 years, and I've run the hell out of it, and it's been a good little saw. You know, it's a good companion saw for your bigger saws. But that's the, yeah, this is, I've got other videos on this on some of my other videos, and yeah, this was that little junkyard find that put a Chinese carb on it, and it's been a runner. Well, that's kind of the quick rundown on the CS 590. Everybody says it's a good saw, and that's what I found to be true. I just wish they would at least ship it with a decent, I guess for safety concerns, they probably send you with, I'm guessing that was a safety chain. It just dulled fast and didn't want to cut, so, but switched it over to a 20-inch, and I got two brand new chains for this. So, well, see you next time.